Hey, welcome back. Hope everybody is having a great Monday, and thank you so much for joining me talking all things Masters of the Universe. Today on the channel, guys, as you see, we're going to be reviewing only the cartoon collection, the true variant of Faker, the evil robot of Skeletor. We'll take a look at the figure in the packaging, all these items come with, the beautiful artwork it comes with. Of course, we'll compare this version of Faker here to the He-Man variant from Cartoon Collection, and of course his standard Faker variant from Origins. All right, now if you are new to my channel or first time watching, I hope you will subscribe afterwards. I hope you hit that like button, and thank you for doing that. Hit that notification bell when I upload new videos, and please share this video who has a passion and a love for collecting all things Masters of the Universe. Without further ado, let's take a look at Faker. And here he is, part of the next wave of Origins figures from the She-Ra's 40th anniversary line here. Of course, you have Hordak in the background right there, looking very good. You got He-Man, the Masters of the Universe Filmation style logo. There's Faker, the evil robot of Skeletor. You have that very gruesome scene of the fire, and you got the horde bats flying around Grayskull. And there's old Faker. Really, really good. Does come with an extra head sculpt right there. And a power sword like He-Man. Cartoon Collection. Alright. Get the Mattel logo here. Right, around to the back. We're a beautiful shot right there. A very cool shot right there. And this scene was part of the shaping staff right there. The only episode to feature Faker in Filmation, which was created by Skeletor. Alright. Of course, there's a little, you got the swappable head, and of course you twist it to battle positions. And of course, the cross cell. We have Leech and Catra, which I still need for the collection, but this is a very heavy set Princess of Power type of line with Catra and Leech. All bad guys. Alright. And that's happened before, you know, that as far as the Crosso is concerned, oh, there's Skeletor, sorry. You know, having a pure, full-on bad guy wave, and, you know, which is fine, but I hope that at some point we'll get an all-good guy wave, you know. Alright, of course, you can see the image of the comic. Of course, as you know, you've been following me on my channel here. As you know, once I do get a second version of Faker here, please, please, please come back and join me for a full unboxing. We can take a much closer look at old Faker here. All right. Oh boy. Okay. Of course, before we get started, I did bring out my full-on version of He-Man here. You can see. So basically, what you're getting here is, you know, getting the most out of your molds from Mattel. It's just basically shot for shot the same figure from He-Man to Faker. Just some slight differences, some slight differences between the two characters. But other than that, you know, the same exact figure for the most part. With Faker, you know, you got the white glowing eyes, which was shown in Filmation. You got the open mouth, the teeth, like, you know, kind of grinning. Of course, even the now the second head sculpt, I don't know why. I guess maybe to erase, you know, the white of the paint of the eyes, give you more of a traditional He-Man, you know, look to, you know, trick out your loose collection figures. I don't know why they didn't actually do both head sculpts with the eyes painted with the white glow. With this particular version of Faker here. Alright, but for shot, it's the same exact figure. Alright, no differences in the armor. The hair is, you know, the same, except for the eyes and the teeth for Faker, which He-Man does not have. Same power sword right there. So basically, like I said, it's Mattel getting the most out of their molds. Alright, now, I love this Faker, and this is, to me, the real version of Faker. I get it. I love it. But, of course, I did bring out He-Man real fast, guys. Alright, so here's He-Man right here. I put He-Man right here. Alright. So how do you go from this? How do you go from this, right, to this? right. You just watch this version of Filmation. You find out there's a faker now in toy form, in figure form. So you go out and to the store, to the toy store, Toys R Us, and then you look for faker and you see this. Well, wait a minute, that's not the faker. That's not what it looks like in the cartoon. Like that's totally off. What is going on here? Because this sells. We all know that this will sell. This, for the most part, if you are a keen eye. If the people, the one who's got the money, he's got the dough, he's going to be willing to pay for this figure. And you just bought He-Man to add to your collection. How do you convince somebody, who's got the dough, when you're a kid like me, when I was a kid, how do I, get them to buy this figure over this figure? It's the same exact figure. They're going to tell you, well, we already have this figure. So why would you buy? Why do you want a second one? Well, it's a different name, but we can put some like whiteout or some paint around the eyes with your figure here, but it's totally different, because so what they did was, of course, as we all know, they gave us the blue variant, blue skin, the red hair, the orange armor, the orange power sword, with Faker here, and that's how it's sold, because it's totally different from what we saw. And allowed us to get this figure without any questions, So that's why, we got this version of Faker right here from the vintage line. We're speaking of Faker, I have him right there, one of my old version of Faker. And there was, I didn't bring him out, but Masterverse does have, this version's Faker as part of the deluxe set, part of Wave 1. In the collection. I do have that version, but it's in box form. And I didn't mean to take it out right now. But Masterverse does have this version of Faker in the Masterverse line, part of Wave 1 as deluxe figure. Alright? And that figure, and I mentioned before on the channel, is that I love that the introduction of that figure in the cartoon. Because even I was faked out when I watched that first scene. That, it was starting, it was him with Night Stalker. And, because he was like a one-off, this version of Faker. He was only a one-off. He got thrown over the chasma down to the bottom of his pit. So no word, no heard of Faker until the Revelation show so many years later. So I like the fact that, they brought him back in that form, because I myself was faked out and thought that was He-Man. Actually, that was Faker instead. All right. But I love the look. I love the eyes, and like I said, I guess, is it worth getting? Is it worth getting, this version right here to add to your collection? I guess it depends on the collector. If you're going to try to be a full-on completionist, of course, yes, absolutely. If you're a good customizer, and you can probably find another version of He-Man, which is right now at TRG Toys. He does have this version of He-Man, and if you're a good customizer, you can probably paint over the eyes with some white out or some paint, to give yourself your own version of Faker. Because like I said, there's no difference. There's totally no difference. Now. I don't know. I know there's been some He-Mans in classics that had multiple. I can't remember the name of the He-Man, but I know there's one out there, and I know that my Dark Horse and Pixel Dan book does have it. I still know the name of it. That has a variety of heads with that version of He-Man from the classic line, and one was a robot. You can, I think that's the closest we got. I don't think the Super 7 line, maybe it was Super 7. I do apologize. But I don't know if Super 7 or the classics line from Mattel had their own version of Faker, this version of Faker, in their collection, in their, brand. I do know there was a He-Man out there that had multiple head sculpts to change out. I do know that. I've seen it before. And one was a robot head. And so that was, to me, the closest, version of Faker, the true Faker, I believe, because this is one that started it all. This one right here, the cartoon collection version, what we saw in the Filmation cartoon, that led to the iconic version of Faker. This is the true version, of course, and this is the iconic version right here, the one that we've known and loved for many, many years. This blue variant of Faker here, giving that skin tone of Skeletor with the He-Man look. No sticker, as you can see. So I don't know all fans, and I do apologize, but I believe maybe I don't know if Super 7 had their own variant of Faker in their line. All right. So let me know. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about Faker. Are you going to be picking him up to add to your collection, or are you going to buy, kind of do like a soft pass maybe, or you're going to be thinking about it? So let me know. Of course, I love it. I love the look. I love, the only thing I don't like is, of course, is the second head sculpt here. It's just basically the same head sculpt without the white paint over the eyes to give you that glow. It's just a standard He-Man head. But, with Origins, if you prefer this head for He-Man, fighting, a normal He-Man with that same look against a Faker with that, you can, mirror each other, from He-Man to Faker. You can do that. All right, get He-Man a little closer here. All right. All right, and like you can see in the skin tone, the body, everything from the armor, is identical. Making sure that's yeah, same exact gray from the belt to the boots. Now the boots. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get a better angle. I'm so sorry, but the boots are slightly different. They're very slightly different between He-Man's boots. We can see like the inside, like you can see the band, like little string wrapped around the boots of He-Man, where Faker does not have that. But other than that, you have yourself an exact same version right here. There's no difference between the both of them. All right. All right. But let me know. Let me know. And what's also funny too is that as a kid, when I growing up, I didn't care what The funny part is I didn't care what colors. If Faker was blue, he looked like this or that. Just having him in the collection was enough for me. I didn't really question it. I didn't really think about that. I didn't think about why, if I went to the toy store to pick up a new figure for the collection or for He-Man, like Faker here, I never questioned it. I never, I was happy to have it in the collection. So if he was blue, he was blue. He wasn't, he wasn't. I just, wanted that version of Faker. And it's kind of funny to me. Like, we don't think about that. We just think about adding, these amazing figures to the collection, regardless of what they look like. At least to me, But, like Faker, like He-Man, and like all the Origins versions, they'll run down real fast, guys. You can pop the head off and pop it from the arms, pop it from the waist. You can mix and match. You can create your own variant of Faker. You want to put this head sculpt on this version of Faker, to make it, very unique, very interesting version of a loose version of Faker. You can do that. And it's what the beauty of Origins, as I've always said, is the customization. You can mix and match, pop and play. And, if you don't like it, you can put everything back to normal, and you're back to normal. You're good to go. All right. And I love the shot. I love the background too. Let me show you the background here. It's like, He-Man it's the blue sky. Grayskull is in peace. Eternia is good to go. The champion is, He-Man. The Eternia's champion, is won today. And so there's peace and, it's harmony with the blue sky, the stars. And then you have this version with Faker here, which is chaos. You can see Hordak in the, up, above Grayskull, about to attack. He's like with the horde bats, and you get the fire and the smoke and the red. You get the eyes of Grayskull, the red eyes of Grayskull. Where this version is blue. I love it. It's perfect. I love the transition between He-Man right here and the good version, or the peaceful version of Grayskull, to Faker with the Grayskull that's being under attacked. I love it. But there you go, guys. There's a look at Faker. I said a great figure. One I've been hoping to get very, very, in the collection. The true version of Faker, not the, I will always love the iconic version of Faker. He's my my number two figure of all time. But to finally get a true version of Faker, and like I said, I don't know if Super 7 or Classics actually gave us, a version. I know Masterverse did in a way, from Wave 1. Yes, they did that version of Faker. But to get a like in 5.5 scale, like version of the true version of Faker from Filmation, if they did, I gotta track one down. I really do, because that's really cool. But there you go, guys. There's a look at Faker compared to He-Man. You can see the same exact figure, but you get a lot. You do get a lot, to look at. So let me know if you're gonna be picking them up. Let me know if you're gonna be picking this version. I say yes. I love the look, But if you're a great customizer, if you can, work wonders with paint, and if you can paint the eyes with some, some glowing white eyes with He-Man here, then of course, do it. And, it's however you wish to create your own version of Faker. All right. All right, guys. I'd like to take time now, of course, to thank my subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. It's been a lot of fun. Like I said, once I get my second version of Faker, all right, I found this one off eBay. I found it at a good price. Once I do get my second variant of Faker, all right, I will do a full unboxing, and I do hope that you will join me for all my promises. I always keep my promises, everybody. Once I get my second version of a figure, I always go back and do a full unboxing with you guys. So I do hope, everybody, that you will join me for that. All right, and of course, I am hearing rumors too. I don't know if it's true or not, that this wave with Faker, Catra, and Leech are starting to show up at Target. I went to my local Target right now, and there is clearance right now. They are changing around for a spring clearance. So pretty soon we'll be getting some new figures, I hope, and I hope that wave is there. So sooner than better, sooner than later, I hope to find these figures at Target if I can, to get and unbox for you guys. But please, if you have a Target near you, or an online store of Target, please, all right, check your local Targets for this particular wave. I don't know about Walmart. I don't know if they're going to be showing up in Walmart. I don't know. But Target, please check it out. All right. Now, don't forget to hit that notification bell when you upload new videos. All right, and please, tomorrow we'll be unboxing the new Eternia Masters version of Panther. We'll take a look at the figure in the packaging. We'll do a full unboxing of Panther here. We'll compare him to the Battle Cat version from Masterverse. All right, see the differences, all his looks, and answer the question, should he be flocked or not? All right, we're going to do that. We're going to look at it very closely, the paint and everything, So I do hope you join me for that. So I hope everybody has a great Monday, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Take care, and have a good one, everybody.